Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Houston Zoo. I hope everyone is staying safe and well. I have a great surprise for you guys today. Would you like to see, or can you already see? It's Millie, the armadillo. Look at her. She's from South America, and she gets her name, look at her back, the three-banded armadillo. You know everything's bigger in Texas, right? We have a 9-banded armadillo. But today, Millie is representing all armadillos. You see how she's closed up? She's the only armadillo who can do that, who can close completely into a ball. And you might ask, why is she doing that right now? It's because she's nocturnal. That means she's usually asleep at night. So I woke her up this morning, but she's choosing to continue her beauty rest. You guys may be thinking, what does an armadillo eat? She likes bugs, all types of insects. She can't see too well, so she uses her sense of smell to find all those bugs that are crawling around. Isn't she cool? I think she's a great looking armadillo. What do you notice about her? Yeah, that shell that covers her body. Believe it or not, this is made out of the same stuff your fingernails are made out of. So you can imagine if your fingernails grew over your entire body, you'd be an armadillo. But I think that's why we get pedicures. We don't want that to happen. Isn't she cool? What else do you notice about her? Oh, look right there. Do you see her nails? Those are really cool. That helps her to dig for bugs. Yeah. Oh, the cutest. Can you see her little feet right there? The little pads of her feet. Isn't she wonderful? Hey, Levi, thanks for watching. You like Millie? I bet if Millie met you, she'd think you were cool too. If she were awake, she'd probably say hi. Like armadillos do, she can't talk, but I'm pretty sure she'd wave or something. Who else is sitting at home checking out Houston Zoo Live today? You guys should ask me any type of questions you want, and I'll answer them as best as I can. Oh, there goes those bands again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, are these guys endangered? Great question, Sydney. Well, fortunately, these guys are doing pretty well. They're doing pretty good in the wild. They're just walking around their little habitat and eat all types of bugs and insects and stuff like that. Good question. Oh, Rachel, why is he curled up? Remember, he's nocturnal. Millie's nocturnal, so she would usually be asleep this time of day. So I woke her up, and I think she's just choosing to stay under the covers. Where do they sleep, Evelyn? You guys are asking such great questions. Where do they sleep? On the ground. These guys, they would find a nice little place to hide at night away from predators and just sleep until the heart's content. Well, during the day, I'm sorry. They're up at night. Any more questions from you guys? Oh, Catherine, that's another good question. Does she shed? Does she shed? Well, she is a little mammal, and so these will shed some, but she doesn't do a complete shed like a snake or a reptile. She's always growing new skin, so some skin will fall off, but she will never completely shed though. But she'll always grow new skin as she gets bigger. If you guys look really close, you can see the hairs in there too. Rachel, are you hungry? Your question is, what does she eat? She likes bugs and worms and insects, and every now and then she'll eat some ripe fruit. Probably the same things you eat, right? Paige, thanks for watching, waking up and hanging out with us here at the Houston Zoo. Can you guys see Millie's face? The top of her head is shaped just like a triangle, and then her tail is too. And that makes a perfect fit for when she closes up. Isn't that amazing? I don't know. Armadillos are pretty amazing. What would be your animal superpower if you got to? Would it be a hard shell like her? Do they live in the desert, Caitlin? Well, no, they live in the forest in South America. Teresa, good question. What are their predators? It could be any other large mammal like jaguars, large birds of prey that might try to get Millie to be lunch, but Millie does a pretty good job at hiding. And you know, in a zoo's care, Millie never has to worry about a predator. She can be here safe and being taken care of for a very long time. Isn't that cool? Oh man.
Hannah has a great question, Bennett.
What's Hannah's question?
Are they related to pangolins?
Are they related to pangolins? Armadillos are, they're sort of like cousins. I wouldn't say they're relatives, they're not brothers and sisters. They're not that close, but they're cousins. Oh, how many babies can they have? They do have babies, only one at a time. Isn't that crazy, just one at a time? Well, she is kind of small. Well, size shouldn't matter, right? Insects have laid hundreds of eggs. So, but maybe that's all she can take care of at one time. How long does she stay with mom? That's a very good question. She stays with mom until it's time for her to go to college. No, they don't go to college. They stay with mom about a year. And after that, they're out and on their own. Isn't that cool? Could you move out at 1 year old? You think you could get a job, take care of yourself, pay the mortgage, buy your own food? Yeah? No? I couldn't. Alice asked, how are they different from armadillos in our own backyard? Well, the one that makes this different, well, I can turn her around for you guys. You see, look, 1, 2, 3. She's a 3-banded armadillo. She lives in South America. The ones that are native to Texas have 9 of these. So she has 3, add 6 more bands, and you would have a native Texas armadillo. And they're a lot bigger. Nick, your question is, how long do they live? Well, in the wild, maybe. Hey guys, sorry about what just happened, had some technical difficulties. I said something earlier that I want to be clear on. Armadillos are not related to pangolins. So sorry about that. And I want to say hello to all my campers. We're going to miss you this summer. And you ready for pollinators and plants? There's Anna right over there.
Hey, Bennett. Hi, I'm Anna. I'm one of the supervisors in horticulture here at the zoo. I'm going to show you one of our browse gardens that we have behind the scenes. We're kind of behind our gorilla exhibit. This is an area where we grow plants specifically to cut and feed out to our animals. In case you're not familiar with browse, in the wild you've got a couple of groups, browsers and grazers. Grazers, like horses and zebras, they'll eat the grass. The browsers wander around and eat your shrubs and trees and whatever they find. Since we don't let our animals wander around the zoo, we go and cut our stuff, bring it to them, and that's kind of their meal delivery system. So as you'll see back here, we've got some flowering plants because there are a lot of animals that really love the flowers, including pollinators. So we do get a lot of bees back here as well. We've got some prickly pear that our tortoise love to eat, and then a lot of our trees we cut for like the primates, the elephants, giraffes. So we feed a good chunk of the animals that live here, including our insects, even the wild ones. So we do have a lot of weeds back here. A lot of them are blooming, and we kind of leave those because we do see a lot of bees on them. And then we also cut stuff specifically for our exotic animals that are in our bug house. And you may think our trees look a little funny. That's because we're always cutting them. We're always cutting stuff off of them to feed out to animals. But we selected all these plants specifically because they recover very well from being cut, and so it won't actually kill the plant. It just makes them grow more. Do y'all have any questions about any of the plants? All right, so we're going to take a closer look at our browse garden. We do have a lot of wild rabbits that live on these grounds, and because they like our browse plants just as much as our animals, we do put out fencing so that it kind of keeps them out of areas where the plants are a little bit too tender and likely to get eaten completely by our rabbits before we can get them to our animals. We also have this greenhouse frame so that during the winters when it gets really cold, we can cover it and keep it warm in there, and we'll still get flowers and plants growing in there even in the middle of winter because our animals are so hungry year-round. So we still have to have something to give them.
What is one of the most frequently grown plants you guys do for the animals here?
We grow a lot of ginger and hibiscus. They both do really well. They're really fast growers, and all the animals love them. And a lot of the primates, I've been told, consider the hibiscus flowers kind of like candy. So they get really excited when they see those. But we do specifically grow our plants without any kind of chemicals on them so that it's safe for our animals to eat. We're also really careful about which ones have thorns because we don't want our animals to get injured by thorns. So we're real careful about what we grow and feed out.
How long have you been at the zoo, Anna?
I've been here for 15 years. And I've been in horticulture that whole time. We've got about, right now, about 10 to 12 on staff. Right now, we are kind of working a split shift, so we don't see each other. We kind of each work in our own area. And things are getting a little bit weedy, but like I said, out here it's kind of okay because it's behind the scenes and a lot of this stuff blooms and attracts native bees and butterflies. And so we just let it grow and let everybody be happy.
How many animals on average would you say benefit from the horticulture department?
Oh, I'd say probably close to 50% of the animals get browse on a regular basis, and it's kind of hard for me to calculate because we tend to drop off a large amount to each animal section and they divvy it up among their animals, so I don't specifically know how many actually get it. And if you start counting bugs, that number could be in the thousands, so I don't really know. But it's the majority of the animals at the zoo.
Do you grow the lettuce that we feed the giraffes?
We don't. We don't actually have enough room. They eat so much of it that our animal nutrition department takes care of getting that. We do grow a few vegetables in the back of our children's zoo, and we grow a lot of jalapenos and other peppers. Our birds really like those. So we do grow some vegetables. We just don't have enough area to grow as much lettuce as would be needed. In fact, our elephants, we can't grow enough on site to feed our elephants, so we do actually go off site to areas where we've made arrangements, like with the city or some other organizations, where we know how they're caring for their trees and it's safe to bring back to give to our elephants.
Hey guys, I'm back. You guys still there? Awesome. I want to remind you guys, there are still ways that you can support the zoo. We have an emergency zoo fund that you can go to houstonzoo.org if you want to support us that way. The animals miss you, and we can't wait to open again so you guys can come and visit. And remember, the Earth Week challenge is still going on. How many of you guys are participating? Nod your heads. I can't see you, but you know, I thought I'd just say that, see if you do it. And tune in on Monday at 11 a.m. for another cool opportunity to see another animal from the Houston Zoo and hear what we're doing here.